This passenger has earned her way onto the no-fly list, and she has absolutely no idea why. Hey everybody, it's Erica from America, your favorite flight attendant, and today I am reacting to a video that went viral about a woman who was a bit unhinged, may I even dare say a Karen, and I'm pretty sure it got her banned from flying with American Airlines, maybe for the rest of her life. The thing is she has no idea what she did that ended her up in jail. That's right, guys, jail. Today, I am reacting to a video from a body cam of a police officer showing this woman's unhinged story pretty much from start to jail. Don't pass go, do not collect $200, just boom, you're gone. The reason I wanted to react to this today, guys, is because I see the mistakes that this woman's about to make quite often when I fly, quite often. And most passengers have no idea what they're doing is wrong. They think that the concept of customer is king applies at the airlines, and it doesn't. When it comes to the airlines, safety is number one, not customer service. And that's a mistake that a lot of passengers make, and I want to make sure that you're not making it the next time you fly. It is a long one at 20 minutes, so I only reacted to the part from where the story starts to where they took her out of the airport. And I cut out all the unhinged crazy stuff that she did in the police vehicle. If you want to see that, I will link the video at the end in the little pop-up so that you can go ahead and watch that video next. But in the meantime, let's watch a crazy Karen on a plane. Yeah. The video I'm reacting today is called Entitled Karen Forces Her Way Onto Plane After Being Denied Boarding. It was posted 4 months ago and it's got over 2 million views. So this video has gone viral. And the video is by NY Detective, I'm assuming New York Detective. They have 178,000 subscribers, almost 300 videos. And their channel says, our videos aim to both entertain and educate, shedding light on the importance of body cameras in today's world, whether you're a fellow dash cam enthusiast, a crime buff, or just curious about what happens on the street, you'll find something intriguing here. The videos on this channel have been obtained through public records requests. The featured content is not intended to embarrass anyone, be violent, or glorify violence in any way. We are sharing the footage for the purposes of news reporting and educating. And then blah, blah, blah. Here's our sales pitch. So they joined May of 2017. I wonder if they're like me. Like, I joined a long time ago, but I only started posting in the last year. From what I can tell by looking at the channel, it looks like they are posting live video footage of different horrible things that people are doing out in the public. Like, somebody has recorded this, and as it says, body cam footage. So today we're watching Entitled Karen Forces Her Way onto the plane after being denied boarding. And the description says, on April 1st, 2024, Tampa Airport police responded to disturbance after a woman forced her way onto a plane despite being denied boarding. That is considered terrorist behavior. Before I start on this, you guys, I want to kind of give you a heads up about the airline industry, something that passengers don't realize. And it's super important, and people kind of sneer at us when I say anything about it. But if you don't understand this concept, you're going to get yourself into trouble like this woman obviously did, because just the title alone tells me that she is probably on the no-fly list now. What people need to understand about the airline industry is that safety is the number one priority for all of the airlines, for the airports, for everything, especially after 9/11. For most people in this country, 9/11 is a distant memory, but for flight crews, gate agents, ground crew, TSA, wheelchair pushers, caterers, anybody who works at the airport, it is an ongoing threat that we have to stay on top of. Not just because we're trying to prevent 9/11 from happening again, but because we're trying to prevent drug smuggling, human trafficking, and other terrible things that planes can be used for. We are constantly on alert, and we are constantly retrained every year to look for terrorists. We not only have to do it once a year when we go back to headquarters to prove that we know how to be a flight attendant, and then we have to go through all the different simulations, including stopping terrorists, but the airports that we actually go to also put us through training programs. For example, I'm at O'Hare, and if I want to park at O'Hare, I have to get what's called a SIDA badge. The SIDA badge allows me to go outside the doors of the airport. To get that badge, I have to go through training once a year, usually around my birthday, and then I go to headquarters around the time I was hired, which was July, August. So twice a year. And on top of that, we have the FAA, which is regularly trying to test us by breaching security. And it's our job to stop them from just trying to breach the cockpit, breach the plane, go outside of the airport. Like, we are supposed to check everybody. That's how important stopping terrorism is in the airline industry. So I want you to understand that what I'm about to show you, what I'm about to talk about in this video, is some of the things that this passenger did wrong that could end them up on the no-fly list. Have I watched this video before? No. What I actually did was I had clicked it open and started watching it to see if it was an AI channel or not. And as far as I can tell, it's not. I was about 2 to 3 minutes in when I realized that this would be an excellent video to react to so that I could show you guys what to be careful of when you're at the airport. From what I could tell in the first couple minutes, this woman did not understand that everything she was doing could get her on a terrorist list. So let's go ahead and watch this, and I'm going to point some of these things out to you guys.
April 1st, 2024. Tampa Airport Police responded to a disturbance after a woman forced her way onto a plane despite being denied boarding.
To board, and I just observed her, but obviously she's drunk, and I just watched her and saying, and then she ran up the jet bridge to go get her bag because she left her bag at Gasparilla. Then I was gonna have a conversation with her, and know she'd been drinking, blah blah blah. Well, I told her she wasn't gonna board until we had a conversation. She ran down the jet bridge and kept going after I told her repeatedly to come back up here and continued. Now she refuses to get off the aircraft. So we're removing her off the aircraft, but she will not come off the aircraft. So
right,
that is what you're walking into.
I guess we have. Well, Tony's on his way. All right. Well, we got a supervisor on the
We
way.
can go down, but we just won't go in.
Yeah, we just can't go on the plane.
She came off and went back on after we informed her she could not get on the aircraft. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Like I said, our supervisor's coming, so he's got to be the one to go on and like kind of get her to come off.
Okay, 3 major problems right from that conversation. The first one is that she was drunk getting on the plane. The gate agents are supposed to assess level of drunkenness because level of drunkenness can indicate a potential problem in the air, especially because if they're already drunk on the ground, they're very likely going to ask for more alcohol in the air. And then they become the flight attendant's problem. And the flight attendant already has to deal with all of the passengers on the plane. Having one drunk passenger who's a problem is not fun to deal with. But problem number 1, she was drunk. So the gate agent could have denied her boarding just for being drunk, but the gate agent decided to let her go down. She went down, but then she ran back up the jet bridge. I'm assuming that means she got into the plane, realized she forgot something, and probably got back off the plane. That's problem number 2. Now, I'll tell you truthfully, when I first started as a flight attendant, I did not realize that that was a security problem. We have things in the airline industry called FARs, F-A-R, and it stands for Federal Aviation Regulations. Basically, FARs are mandated by the FAA to regulate absolutely everything that has to do with the plane and an airport. It could be something as minor as who's allowed to sit in the flight attendant jump seat to when we should take your drinks away. Now, when you go down the plane and you get on the plane, that's normal. That's considered safe. But when you get off the plane, if you think in terms of terrorism, we don't know if you went down there and left something on that plane. Think about it for just a moment. When you went down the jet bridge, you very likely either took a bag with you, took 2 bags with you, or you might even have had a bag checked. So for you to leave the plane, we are supposed to assume that you might be leaving something dangerous behind, like a bomb. And who wants to be on the plane when you leave a bomb behind, am I right? I'm not in the airport, so I can say that word. So what's supposed to happen is if you've stepped into the plane and then you step off of the plane, you are supposed to be removed from the manifest by the gate agent, and they are supposed to make sure that all of your bags are taken off as well. So it's a major important security breach kind of issue, and I didn't realize how important it was because there are so many FARs that I honestly have not read all of them. The company tells us the ones that we are most supposed to pay attention to, and so we pay attention to those ones. When I've been flying maybe about 3 or 4 years, I flew with a flight attendant who, if I remember correctly, it was several years ago, she told me that she had been a police officer during 9/11 in New York. She had experienced a lot during that traumatic, horrible day in American history, and she went on to become a flight attendant. So there was one time that I was with her. I was a number 1, which means I was the first class flight attendant. She was number 2. And a passenger came up and said, I forgot my wallet in the seat. Happens all the time. Usually I'm like, go tell the gate agent. Before, now I don't. But I said, let the gate agent know. So she had gone up the jet bridge and the other flight attendant saw this and freaked out and came and told me that's not allowed. And I said, what do you mean it's not allowed? She said, that's a FAR. Like, you can't have that happen. You have to make sure they stay on the plane. And I said, why? And she explained to me about the potential for what I just said. And she told me about how she had been an officer on 9/11. She had been in New York. I don't know why I didn't ask more questions. We only had like 2 flights together, so we didn't really get too much of a chance to talk that particular sequence. When I saw how serious she was, I realized that this was a major issue. Now if a passenger comes up to me and says they forgot something in the airport, I tell them, stand right here. The gate agent will come down. I will make sure that the gate agent goes and gets it. And that's generally what happens. So the fact that the passenger left the plane, went up the jet bridge, violates a federal aviation regulation for safety and security. So number 1, she was drunk. Number 2, she went back up when she shouldn't have gone back up. So if you're ever in the plane and you forget something at the gate, which happens all the time, most often with cell phones, purses, and wallets, tell the flight attendant, and then the flight attendant will tell the gate agent, and they will get that for you. I have never once not had the gate agent be able to find that item for the person. Next, she pushed her way back down the jet bridge without permission. She's already had 2 strikes against her. That's the 3rd strike. She should not be allowed to fly on that flight at all. But I have a feeling that what she's about to do is going to get her on the no-fly list, at least with this airline. Depending on how bad you act, you might get put on the no-fly list for all airlines, but there are also no-fly lists for individual airlines. So if you piss an airline off, if you piss a gate agent off, if you piss a flight attendant or pilot off, we will put you on that no-fly list and you will no longer be allowed to fly with that airline. So keep that in mind as we continue to watch this.
Was there any interference?
She had gotten the face of the captain and the first officer. Was yelling at the number 1 and the captain, videotaping them.
But nothing physical, right? It was just...
I don't believe so.
Hold on a second. Yeah.
We have already been informed. Can you tell her police to tell her to get off?
No, I've already told her that. She ran back on the airplane.
Well, police are here. Can you...
I know, but here's what, if you could kindly do this. If one of you, she's sitting right in first class, if one of you could kindly go behind in the aisle and the other one ask her to come off.
We cannot go in the plane. Only supervisor.
Oh, so you can, but your supervisor can? Yeah. Okay, all right, yeah.
The supervisor arrived a few minutes later.
Behind her, she's the 2nd seat in the green and
What's her
first
name?
class.
First?
What's her name?
Laura Nash? Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stand behind her in the aisle, and then
Okay.
you can talk.
All right. Hi, miss. Can you come off?
I don't know if you noticed that just a second ago. I bet you that's the captain right there. If the captain told her to get off too, then that's another violation right there, because the captain has the final say in the airplane. And if the captain tells you to get off, you get off. So I'm guessing that right there is strike 4.
Hi, miss. Can you come off the plane with me?
Oh, well, if you can explain to me the reason why.
I'll
for
explain
sure.
it out there,
No,
but
I
we
would
can't.
like, no,
Miss,
I would
this
like,
is what's going to happen. Everybody's going to get off the airplane, and then we're going to have to take you against your will. And we don't want to do that because you're going to upset all these other passengers.
Here's the thing is I'm not really worried about the other passengers. What
Okay.
I am worried about is my rights.
Okay.
And my rights are that you are to explain to me what it is that is going on. I've done nothing wrong.
Okay, so let me explain it to you.
No, but you are going to listen to me first.
I'm going to explain it to you.
And you can after I'm done.
Okay, real quick. Your rights are not quite the same on a plane as they are in the airport. And it's very hard to explain this one. I don't know the exact legalities of it, but I do know, because I injured myself 2 years ago, when you are on the plane, you are no longer really in American soil and type of way. It usually has to do with the door, like especially if the door is closed. Generally, once you get in the plane, you are kind of in international waters. The reason that I know that is because when I injured myself, I had to file a workers' comp case, and I was having major problems both with my company and with the workers' comp company trying to get everything settled. And it was becoming such a headache that I was like, I might need to contact a lawyer. I wasn't trying to get money out of the company, but they were trying to penalize me for an injury. I got injured twice in a row over a 2-month period, and it was my right hand. Same hand, both times. The first injury, they had written it off as like, oh, that's just workers' comp. We'll write that up. But because I returned to work and then injured myself again with the same hand, they're like, that's the same workers' comp case. That's the same injury. Now we're going to penalize you and we're going to write you up. They wanted me to jump through all these hoops to make sure that I wouldn't get written up. I was doing everything they asked me to do, and they still weren't removing the penalty point that they had given to me. So then I tried to contact an attorney, and that's when I found out that when you're in the plane, it's considered international waters. The lawyers that I spoke to here in Chicago said that I had to find a maritime lawyer specifically to deal with my case because my injury happened in a plane. So in a way, your rights are not quite the same in an airplane as they are on the ground because you are basically entering international waters. You're going to be crossing state lines and possibly even country lines. We do want to give great customer service. However, safety is always our number one priority. And if we feel you're not safe, your rights don't count, which is why a flight attendant can handcuff you if they feel like you are getting out of control. It's why a flight attendant can knock you out if they feel you're trying to kill everybody on the plane by opening the door. So keep that in mind. Your rights don't really exist in the way that you think they do when you're on the airplane. And if they did, then ask yourself this: which rights? We don't just fly American citizens on regional airlines. We fly people from all over the country. So whose rights would we respect at that moment? Would we respect rights from the Muslim world, or would we respect rights from America, or maybe we respect the rights from China? Or do you see what I'm saying? So there's not really universal rights when it comes to rights within a plane.
Okay. So I'm very well aware of my rights. I'm very well educated. Clearly, I'm sitting here. I paid for this seat 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I have done absolutely nothing wrong. There is something wrong with people that work for this airline that are outside, which have made the complaint against me. I've done nothing wrong. So if you guys want to tell me what it is that I did wrong, then maybe I'll cooperate.
Well, the captain of the airplane.
No, the captain of the airplane is right there, and him and I had a very clear conversation. He does not believe that this should be happening.
Well, he's there and we're here.
And he's right here, and he told me to my eyes, he said this is out of his control.
Right. So that's why we come in.
Please contact, please, no, but you did. I am first class, miss.
Okay, all right, the other people.
Miss, there's something going on.
I am
You exhibited,
first class,
Miss Nash, you exhibited some.
She just said it herself. She had a conversation with the captain, and he was saying it's out of his hands. And what he means by it's out of his hands is she's already made too many violations. He can't just let her on. His airline would not allow it at that point. Again, this isn't about customer service. This is about safety. This passenger obviously is not going to cooperate with the flight crew and is going to do whatever the heck she feels like doing on this plane. So she is now a danger to everybody on that plane. Not just because she's drunk, but she is not cooperating with the flight crew at all. And all we have to do is refund you that ticket. So nobody cares if you paid for that ticket. I'm sorry, that sounds like kind of for me to say that, but you'd be amazed how many passengers I get that get into first class and they act extra entitled because they're in first class. They think that means that they could do anything they want, including fly the plane. And that's not true at all. They have to follow the same rules as people in economy. They have to do what the flight crew says. So, sorry, that was a little bit of my flight attendant just coming through right now. But this isn't about customer service. This is about safety, and she is not a safe passenger at this point.
Behavior that's not conducive to them.
Am I exhibiting that behavior?
You've either ingested or taken something
that's
getting in the front of your judgment. That's all I'm saying.
I have not
So we're going to have everybody come out, and then we're going to have to take you out.
That's fine. Can you take my bag that is...
No, ma'am. You're refusing to come out.
I'm not leaving here without my bag.
Well, grab your bag and we'll take it.
Good, you can do that.
You can do it because that's your bag. That's your bag. So you do it.
Are you guys really this sick?
Are you wanting to get your bag?
Conversation? Are
Right,
you kidding
and it's
me?
beyond his control.
No, listen to him.
You're going to want to say the officer of the aircraft and this vehicle. If you don't, it's going to be worse.
Are you kidding me?
No, he's not. You just grab your bag and
I
go
haven't
as it.
done anything wrong.
Well, you've exhibited some kind of behavior, and that's concerned.
No, what
So,
we're going to
let's
do
grab your
right
bag.
now, what we're going to do right now is we are going to start recording this.
I'm recording you too, so that's fine. I have no problem going on YouTube. But grab your bag and let's get off the plane so you don't upset the rest of the airplane.
I've already upset the rest
You
of the
have,
aircraft.
yes. So let's
Yeah.
just get out, get your bag,
So
and we'll leave.
Here's the deal, sir.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna have first class and you can take me home.
Okay.
First
All
class.
right.
You know what? You know what I don't like? You know what I don't like? I don't like.
Let's see if first class is okay.
Do we leave or something?
You don't have to unless you want to.
We can though.
No?
Okay.
You don't have to.
Is this your green one?
There we go. All right.
Don't you guys have more important things to do?
We do. Yeah, we do. But this is one of the important ones.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's really
It
not.
is.
It's, you know what it is, and I will tell you what it is.
All right, grab your bag and we can talk while you're walking.
No.
But you're
No,
telling me
no,
what to
but
do. It doesn't work
no,
that
but
way.
here's the
Miss
thing.
Nash, it doesn't work that way.
Listen,
grab your
Mr.
bag.
Vasquez,
Grab your bag
this
and
is
let's
what's
go.
going to happen.
What's going to
This
happen
is
is
just
in
bite
about
your
5
tongue.
seconds you're going to get in handcuffs.
What are you going to do?
We're going to arrest you for disorderly conduct. How's that? Thank you so much.
You guys are sick. Really?
Sorry, guys. We are.
Ma'am, continue up.
Just give me a second, would you?
We've had plenty of time. Go ahead and go up.
Please go on.
waiting
Just
for
give
you.
me a second. Let me.
Go.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, we'll talk.
They're not going to let her stay in the jet bridge and cry because they still have to board the plane. They have to get the plane out of there and the other passengers out of there. So as much as she wants to stand there and cry, that is not going to work with what still needs to happen with the plane.
Sorry, folks. Apologize. One more.
Can you just give me a second?
I will admit it is hard to see this kind of stuff, to see people get taken off the plane, even as flight attendants. I mean, we're not all completely inhuman, but we do have clear-cut rules on what we are and are not allowed to do. She cannot be in the jet bridge during the boarding process because that is a safety issue. We don't know what she's going to do if she's drinking, so she has to be out of the jet bridge before we can start boarding the plane. The other passengers that were standing in the jet bridge can go right back into the plane, and they're probably going to be asked to verify that those bags that are in the overheads are actually their bags.
Give me a second.
We're gonna walk, man. We
Just
gotta
give
get
me a second, would
upstairs,
you?
but you get a second. We're gonna walk.
Listen, I'm not.
10:15.
Don't resist, ma'am. Relax. Control 146, show us 10:15.
Control 12, subject 1015.
Are you kidding me?
We're gonna walk up this way.
Don't hurt me. Just let me walk. Just give me a
Let's
second.
walk.
Well, you had your chance to walk up.
Is this your purse?
Give me a second. Would you just stop? Would you just stop? I will walk.
You're gonna get another charge.
No,
Just walk.
you're hurting
Just
me.
walk. We're not hurting. You walk, you won't get hurt. Simple. Don't push away.
Embarrassing.
Man, her hands are red. I wonder how tight those handcuffs are.
Are you kidding me? Are you? This is you.
We're gonna go down to
Not okay. It's not okay.
Ma'am, you got an ID in this purse?
My ID's in my.
Okay, you can see from the corner, 21:30:38. That means it's 9:30 at night. So this is probably the last flight home that she was going to get. We do get a lot of passengers late at night that get this upset just normally when they realize they're not getting on the last flight home. So I'm sure that's not helping her emotional stability. She probably had some alcohol before she got on because she's probably a nervous flyer. Or maybe she just likes alcohol. Who knows? I don't know about you. I do feel bad for her, but she's done multiple things at this point to get her in trouble. Hopefully you guys can see where I'm going with that. You might be thinking, can't you just be nice? Why can't you just be polite? Why can't you just let it go? Why can't you let her go? If you think about 9/11, you have to wonder how nice were those flight attendants to the people that crashed the planes. They probably did everything they'd been taught to try to de-escalate the situation, and it didn't work. From what I understand from the flight attendants that flew before 9/11 that are still at my company, there were massive changes in the industry. It kind of continues to be that way. They're very strict, and TSA finds a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I know this because I've seen some trophy walls, and I've heard stories, and we learn every year how much drugs were stopped and different things, like crazy different stories that we hear on the back end that never makes it to the news. So this sucks to watch, knowing that she is now going to be stuck for the night. And she might never be allowed to fly with this airline again. They might arrange for her to take a different airline, but I don't think they're going to let her fly with them because they're not going to trust her again.
And your other purse?
This is what you guys are paid for. It's not okay. The girl with the red hair, it's not okay. You don't listen. Here's the thing: is I can walk, but you don't have to push me.
We're not pushing you.
You are. Can we just walk at my own level? I'm not a criminal. Are you kidding me? Can you please just let go of me?
No, they have to hold you because you're
I'm not going to run. Just let me just.
It's for your
walk.
safety. They're gonna hold
You guys
you.
are crazy.
Okay.
I'm not a criminal. Trump in the art of the deal, he'd be like, this is so tough. This is not right. You guys go home every night, you're like, this is not right what I'm doing. So tough. Listen, can you do me a favor? I will walk wherever you guys want me to, just let me walk on my own.
You can. All you gotta do is walk.
I am, but you don't have to hold me.
We have to hold you.
No, you do not.
I'm not pushing you.
No, you do not. You do not have to push me. You don't have to hold me. I'm not. Are you kidding me? Just let me. Just give me. Let me just breathe for a second.
Where's your car?
No, I can't.
Okay, all right. Stop,
Let
stop, stop.
go.
Stop.
Let go.
What's your name? All right. Listen,
Please just have him let
Listen.
me go. I just want him to let
I'm
me
Lieutenant
go.
Porter. I'm Lieutenant Porter. Listen to me. I'm their supervisor. Listen to me.
Okay.
I have to pat you down.
Okay.
Okay, so he's
Okay.
going to steady you
Okay.
because you're handcuffed.
I understand.
Okay, so give me, is there anything on you that is sharp?
There-
Okay.
Look at me. Are you
All right,
kidding me?
I know. Okay, so just stay calm for a minute. Yep, exactly. You're doing great. Just breathe. Perfect, perfect. She's good. All right, come on.
Can you please? Can you please?
I'll give her a car.
I don't.
Ma'am, go ahead and hop in.
I can't hop in. I need to.
I'm holding you so you don't fall. Put your left foot in first. Good. Good.
Does this make you guys get off? Like, what the?
Okay, so I'm cutting out everything from when she left the airport to when she got to the police station. Basically, it was a direct, straight to jail, do not pass go kind of thing. And there was a good 10 minutes or so of unhinged, drunken rambling that was incredibly offensive. The things that she said was like, what? And I think the cops did a fantastic job of staying very level-headed as she called them all kinds of names and made all kinds of accusations and threatened to sue. And I'm very sure she's going to sue, but here is the last 10-20 seconds of the video.
Relax. You're not going to come here all.
You want to fill out that form?
She was charged with disorderly intoxication. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Real quick before I wrap this up, there is one more thing. I wanted to get your guys' feedback. I think I might start asking you guys this from now on, just to see what you'd like to see me react to. So I keep a list called videos to react to, and I've been waiting for videos that the people I'm subscribed to pop up that I think are interesting. A lot of them all kind of react to the same things, like my favorite travel gadgets, my favorite bag, stuff like that. For this Travel Tuesday, I'm going to be reacting to new travel hacks from regular passengers in 2026 by Travel Tips by Lori, because I've been waiting for a video of hers to pop up that I thought would be interesting. But I am seeing a lot of the new videos coming out that I'm wondering, are these actual changes? Or is this just clickbait. Allie Smalls is one of the travel gurus that I follow, and she's got like new carry-on rules for 2026. Here's new travel updates in 2026, most used items 2025. I would like to know, what would you guys like me to react to next? Do you want me to react to TSA changes? What I want to do by asking you ahead of time, I will be able to go to the airport and actually ask the TSA agents if that's the thing. Like, I've seen some that say they look in your phones, which I've never seen that happen domestically. But if I go internationally, I can definitely ask, do you want me to react to clothing items? Is there a particular travel guru you want me to react to? Do you want me to react to family stuff? Let me know in the comments below. Right now, I'm leaning towards family travel tips, TSA questions, and airport changes. Like, don't sit here kind of stuff, which I haven't watched those. I've seen them all, and I'm like, really? Don't sit here. Okay. So whatever you would like to see me react to, give me some ideas in the comments below. I do read all of your comments the week that a video comes out. If you like this button, let me know by hitting the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I am still flying, and actually I am supposed to be closing on my house hopefully this week. So I might drop down to like one video a week for the next couple weeks until we get settled in the new house. I will try to keep making sure to at least get you a Travel Tuesday video. But again, thank you for watching. See you on Tuesday. Ciao.